Fallout 76 Wastelanders, it's here. And the roadmap for 2020 is also here. So to break it down with us, we have Ferret Baudoin and Jeff Gardiner. Hello, boys.
Hello, thanks for
Hi.
having us.
Great to be
Hello.
here.
Let's start with patch 20. I want to just jump right in. We have a new event. All the new details. Go. Let's hear them.
Okay, well, patch 20 has a ton of new features in it. It has our legendary perk system, which will help the players who are level 50 and above who've been playing the game the last year to get new exciting features into their character. And we're swapping those in and out. It's in PTS right now. We're getting great feedback. We're already making major changes. I was on the phone this morning with some folks in Austin. We also have the new easy teams. We called it internally our looking for group system, which puts purple icons on the map for anyone who wants to be in a group. It gives you a subtype of group that you want to play. It's super exciting, so people can join in and start feeling more of the community. It also gives folks in a way to level up a little faster or get different. There's different features that come with that called bonding, where you get different buffs depending on the type of party you've chosen to be, role-playing or exploring or questing. And then also, not to override the big event that you just mentioned, Wendigo Colossus is coming. It's a super new event that spawned off a nuke. It's a huge Colossus in a big cave. It's super fun to play. There's a lot of environmental hazards. It's a very difficult boss. Again, we're tweaking it as we go. We're trying to make it for 8 players and balance it proper with great rewards. So we're really excited.
I want to talk more about the legendary perks. So they come every level 50, correct? Now, how does that work with your alternate characters? You get to move them over to your alts?
The idea is that it's something that you earn and that it's bound to your account, basically. So it makes it so that, like, if you achieve it in one place, that it becomes something that it just, it becomes a value addition to every character you start after that.
Yeah, once you've unlocked the slot, once you unlock the slot, it's open to all your characters that you roll. So you can then use that legendary perk from level 1 on. Though the perk cards themselves go up in rank based on how many other cards you scrap. So they are unique to the character, so that the rank ups are unique. So that way allows us to balance it a little, so level 1 character doesn't have this massively ranked up card. But the cards are super fun. There's such things as, like, when you blow up a creature, when you hit a creature in combat, it explodes and does area effect damage to everything around it. And there's all these different buffs. We try to accentuate different systems with that. There's 16 new perks coming right now, and they're all coming in June.
Jeez.
Whoops, I spoiled the patch date.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. Patch 20 is in PTS right now, but you actually have a release date for it, correct?
We always target release dates, but right now our release date's the end of June. That said, it depends on the feedback in PTS. We're taking that very seriously this time. So if we need to make balance tweaks, or we're finding bugs or any stability issues, we're going to have to hold it. But right now we're targeting late June. And there's a possibility that we might also patch and leave some of the features off if they need more work. We just want to make sure we're doing right, and the feedback we're getting from the community is invaluable. There's only so many eyeballs we can put on it internally. There's only so many hours we can put on it internally, but once we put it live, we have over 1,500 users in our PTS this weekend, so it was great, and they already have given us a ton of feedback we're going to react to.
One great thing about PTS feedback. One great thing about the PTS feedback is it's live people with their actual feedback. Like, you can get kind of almost in your head as a developer to where you think that this perk is fantastic, and then you see actual people play it and they're like, oh, that fell flat, or
oh no,
oh my god, everybody's picking that. Either one is a problem, and so PTS feedback allows us to sort of dial in on the fun.
So patch 20, targeting end of June, I'm assuming that is when season 1 will start and people will get to start ranking up to level 100. How do you expect that that's going to go?
Okay, let's explain it. So we decided to revamp our challenge system, and we put 100 ranks in. That is going to be every season. We're targeting seasons every quarter. They're going to change the theme and the nature of the board game you're playing based on other content that's coming, stuff like that. So ones down the road will be more Brotherhood of Steam themed and such. So we are excited for these. We were playing it this week internally. Again, it's just a way for you to log in and go, if I do these 5 things today, I will get a rank or 2 in this. And we're unlocking, right now we're targeting around 40 different cosmetic rewards, from all the way from small little things, to icons, to power armor skins. We're targeting a ton of consumables. other buffs, including also atoms, which you can then use in the store to buy other things. So, and we're trying to make this as user-friendly as possible. So if you're a player of the game and you're enjoying the game every day, you shouldn't have that much difficulty actually getting all 100 ranks. If you're like me and you have a raft of kids and all sorts of stuff going on and you can't play every day, then sometimes you might want to just spend some of the atoms you either earned in the challenge pass itself or your own atoms to rank it up. We're really excited for the system, and like all systems, we're going to tweak it based on player feedback. The first 2 weeks, we're not even going to allow you to purchase any of the rank ups. Again, so we can monitor things and see how it's going, and also allow the users, the people who are fans of the game, to just earn it as they go. But the board game is really cool. It's super thematic. Our artists and UI engineers do a great job with really theming it and making it feel like it's a part of the Fallout universe. And the rewards are super exciting. They're outstanding, frankly. So, including some utility items, I think. So.
One thing I really like about it is also the challenges are a great way to just sort of make it so that you have an incentive to change up the way you play the game. And a lot of times you can just be in sort of, you've been playing it the same way for a long time, and you may not even know that there's some cool opportunities out there. And so it's a gentle nudge, an incentive to, hey, try going ahead and defeating something with a heavy gun. You may find that it is the best thing ever. And if not, it's just variety. And so that's a good thing too.
So some Fallout 76 fans are a little nuts. They play a long time. Do you guys have any internal estimates on how long you think it could take someone to get to like level 100? Like an insane estimate on like, wow, this person did it in a week or something like that.
I don't know if you do it in a week. We're targeting internally about an hour a day, maybe an hour and a half. It's hard to gauge this accurately because some of these challenges are super easy to do. You can just boom, boom, boom. Some of them require a little more digging in, or skills you might not have, or things you have to accomplish in order to accomplish the challenge pass reward. So, but we are trying to make it like an hour a day. And that said, still our game on average, our play times are 2.5 hours for all our, and that's all across all users. So we have incredibly long engagement in our game. So we figured by targeting like between an hour and 2, we were coming in a very fair spot because the majority of our users are already playing the game that long. Now, I don't know, like if they're building or legendary grinding or doing different things, this will force them maybe out of their comfort zone, like Ferret's saying. But we hope that it actually ends up rewarding players and introducing them to new mechanics or things they didn't know were there.
As far as
my group takes a lot of pictures. That's what they're doing. So.
Oh no, yeah, some of the folks. Yeah, my Twitter feed is full of them. They're amazing. Yeah.
Yep.
We pass them.
Sorry, go ahead, Ferret.
Yeah, we pass them.
We pass them around the office.
Share them.
I think they're going to be thrilled. I think they're going to be thrilled to hear that.
It's hard to gauge the most enthusiastic people we have and how fast they can shred their content. It seems like virtually magical how fast that they can get through things. So who knows? Like I'm sure there'll be a first well before we anticipated for hitting level 100.
Yeah. I saw last week somebody made a coffee table book, Art of the Wasteland, and they took all their screenshots and self-published a coffee table book. I was like, send a copy of that to me. It was great.
So real quick, we're almost out of time. I just want to touch on One Wasteland for All. What's the super fast version of what exactly that is?
Okay, that's coming in patch 22, which is our fall patch. That is a renormalization of the game, and now I know that can be scary to some people. There's a few things that we waited on this because we wanted to test this thoroughly in our public test server with the fans. 2, we're doing a real-time normalization, so it's not as if everything will be crunched down. There's going to be minimum levels and maximum levels on all creatures. Some creatures will span the whole range, but mole rats, for instance, won't go very high, and death claws won't go very low. So whenever if you're level 1 with your machete, you're not going to probably want to take the death claw on because while it will be a low level death claw, it will still be much higher than you. So what we're trying to do there is encourage 2 things. 1, more exploration of the wasteland, either from low levels going into higher level zones or vice versa. So higher level players can go into lower level zones and not feel like it's just no challenge. 2, we're trying to encourage players to come together. That's the real-time normalization. So even though you might be level 5 and I'm level 500, we're actually affecting the creature in the same way. So I'm effectively fighting a level 500 500 creatures. So when it hits me, or the amount of damage I do to it, it's as if it's a level 500, well, 100, frankly, but a high level creature, and you are fighting a low level creature version of that. So it should take about the same amount of bullets to kill it, depending on your weapons, and do about the same amount of damage. So if it's taking 25% of your health a chunk, it'll do that to me and to you. And what we're trying to do is encourage players to play together. That's our whole thing this year. We're really trying to engage the community, make this more of a community feel game than the solo player MMORPG we've been labeled with. And then also make it so, again, like we're just trying to normalize some of the challenges. It should make balance easier. It'll make our future content patches feel better for all players because the content will be balanced. We have a real problem in the game right now, I'll be honest, where you go into a zone and sometimes a low-level player's gone in first or a high-level player, and that greatly affects how hard the zone is. So it's very unpredictable. So and unpredictable systems aren't fun to players because the only way you learn that is by getting your teeth kicked in. You don't want to get your teeth kicked in. You want to know if I'm going into a high level zone and WoW, I'm going to get my teeth kicked. At least I chose that. I didn't just randomly wander into, molten core.
One thing I really like about one Wasteland is it makes it so that the forest area, which has really awesome locations, if you're really high level, you go in there and it's a cakewalk. And it's a shame because there are some just fantastic places to visit. And yet there's not much incentives to when you're high level. Conversely, there's a lot of quests which point you fairly early to places like the Cranberry Bog or other places. And if you go there too early, it can be very punitive. So this makes it so that you can feel free to explore the way you want to explore at your own sort of pace, and also go back to places that you like, and that it'll still be fun and challenging.
Just one thing I want to end on really quick, if I can say really quick, is remember all this stuff is free. All these updates we're doing, everything we've talked about today is free for all players. So if you have 76 and you haven't picked it up in a while, or you're an old player and you want to come back, whatever that is, or you've been playing the whole time, remember Wasteland, all these updates we talked about today are totally free. So please come and join us. We're taking the feedback. I think we've made great strides with this game over the last year. We're really proud of the team and what the team's accomplished this last year. And we think the game's great, and we'd hope everyone joins in and comes, has fun, plays with us.
Well, and I don't have a calendar on me, but it sounds like patch 20 is coming very soon. You said end of June. I've lost all concept of time. But
some would say.
I'm told that
we're trying our best.
We're
dealing with we're dealing with the same situation everyone else is. We're working from home, so sometimes it's harder to gauge. But again, like if we feel like it's great in PTS, we're going to release it, and if not, we'll hold it and fix what we need to.
All right, guys. Well, that sounds super exciting. Jeff, Ferret, thank you guys for stopping by.
Thank you.
Thanks.